Hello, this is Final Fight, extracted from the Steam version of Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle and running in MAME. I've got the difficulty set to hardest. Let's go ahead and we'll reset this thing. Metro City, a well-known crime capital. Last time I played through as Hagar, before that I played through as Guy, so that means it's time for some Cody. The volume levels are all over the place in this game, I notice, now that I've got better sound listening set up. Like that laugh of the bosses is really loud. What's worse is, you'll hear it in a sec. Come on. Cody's your middle of the road character. There, that go sound, that is just louder than just about anything. Anyway, so that's why I've got the volume set where it's at. A little lower than I would have had it otherwise, but that go sound was really piercing my eardrums. Burger! What's in the garbage? What is that? Let's find out. Oh, the slide kick. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't notice. Drop that dagger. You have to go into the ruined subway. This is the worst part. Shield your eyes if you don't like flickering effects. I don't, but I guess I'm just gonna try to tough it out here. Let's get the pipe. Oops. I forgot it stabs with it sometimes instead of throwing it. Where's the other one? There he is. Dang it. Dang it. So how does it... Sometimes it throws... Okay, well... Get me out of here. Get out of here, Cody. The lights are irritating. Okay, back into the beautiful, non-flickery sunlight. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. Barbecue and a fresh pipe. I hope he isn't smoking anything through this. So I'm playing this because I am on a beat-em-up kick that has been pretty much double dragon for the last week, but I also finally went and ordered myself a cartridge of Final Fight 3 for Super Nintendo. It was not an arcade game, it was a... Well, actually, I ordered the Super... Wait, did I? No, I ordered the Super Nintendo game. Yeah, it was a Super Nintendo game, not an arcade game. And it's pretty expensive on the old eBay. It has been for years. But, you know... There aren't that many games I find myself really wanting to play these days. I'm getting picky and grouchy in my old age, but it seems like beat-em-ups are one of the, at least certain beat-em-ups that don't feature a lot of flashing effects and that don't make you use guns and what are my other arbitrary requirements. Don't have a lot of screen shake effects. Don't have a ton of gore. There actually aren't, and don't, you know, just kind of blow chunks. There aren't that many beat-em-ups that actually fit the bill, so I guess I might as well shell out the dough. So I have a cartridge of Double Dragon 3 coming, so I gotta bone up on the series. Doing double Final Fight 1, and of course I've had a Final Fight 2 cartridge that I extracted the ROM from for some time, so I haven't played that in a while. I kind of felt like I didn't like that game for a while, but I think part of it was I wasn't using proper cheat codes, so I was terrified of running out of continues. That always kind of ruins the fun of a beat 'em up for me if I'm worried about running out of continues. And that was probably most of the problem I was having with it. But now I know where to go and to get actual, like, Game Genie style cheats that give you infinite lives and all kinds of fun stuff. You can find those, like, gamehacking.org is where I usually go to first, I guess. Sometimes I found a couple, they've had a couple wrong codes there lately, though. So they're not infallible, but good place to start. Whiskey, what am I going to do with that? I need a turkey. Uh-oh. Oh, Andor Jr. croaked me. I'm not sure when it stabs and when it throws. Does it just throw after a semi-random number of stabs or what? Look at my tight jeans. I had like... Cody had 2010s hipster jeans back in the 90s. All tight and gathered at the ankle. It's not really how jeans were in the 90s. I know, because I had a lot of crummy jeans in the 90s. Where's the acid wash? Or, well, wait, this would be the 80s, wouldn't it? Late 80s? I mean, Double Dragon came out in 87, so yeah, this must have been, late, like, what, 88, 89? Gonna have to go look now. Holy gosh. Okay, hold on. I need to know, when did Final Fight come out? GameFAQs. 1989, okay. Uh-oh. Dang, that's a lot of dudes. So I haven't played through this on hardest difficulty ever. I don't know if it adds more dudes, or if they have more health, or if they just are more aggressive, or I don't know what the difference is, really. I mean, for all I know, maybe there's no difference. Ow. These Andors are really crushing me. Ow! Oh, dang. 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 Oh my gosh, Roxy just cutting me out of the air. From behind. Now that knife was flashing red when I picked it up, but it didn't throw right away, whereas the other one I picked up didn't flash and it did throw right away. I hate it when the guys block. Friggin' Axel blocking. It's funny to go from Double Dragon with all its various moves to Final Fight, which just has one attack button and you just punch a lot, you know? I guess you've got a jump kick, so that's okay. Dang. Maybe it is a distance thing. Oh, that didn't... I wasn't paying attention. Hello. Hello, I'm still not paying attention. Oh my gosh. Well, it definitely feels harder than I'm used to it being. Maybe it is a distance thing. Ow! Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the sliding kick. Ah, Elgato. Ah, Gandor. Oh, he's still there, stabbing me from off screen. Son of a gun. That was terrible. I got ruined. Gulp. I'll blame it on Cody being slower than... What's his name? Roy? Who's the other guy? But not as powerful as Hagar. Oh. Oh. Dang. It's unrelenting here. Cody's face is pretty weird looking if you look at it too close. Oh, let me break the barrel. Oh. Oh no. I remember always having trouble with this boss fight, and this is gonna be worse. I could make a terrible wordplay there, but I'm not going to. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh no, okay, that's okay. Oh, that's not okay. Oh man, his arm's like detached. Jeez. I think I'm probably taking more damage. That's probably another, or one effect of the damage, maybe. Or I'm just bad and getting hit a lot. Yeah, see, I don't know how to avoid when he gets, I guess I punched him out of that once, didn't I? Jeez, so his sword range is better than mine. I guess his arms are longer. So I guess you have to be in his face and punch him out of that, but what if you aren't? Oh no. Oh, he just plain punched me out of it. Oh, he didn't wait. Wait, so if you grab a sword, does he just come out of it instantly? Oh, he's unpredictable. I don't know. Oh man. Thing's just eating my virtual quarters. At least we can take it out on this gang member's car. Oh, come on, what? Aren't I supposed to jump over it? Oh, maybe you have to walk around it. Maybe I'm thinking of Street Fighter. I'm standing on the front of it. That's weird. I don't think I... Oh, okay, that must have been just in time then. Unless time just ends once you've hit it as much as it can be hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That would suck, I guess. The lesson is don't be in a gang. Whoa. That's a really weird and creepy ledge. This part of the game always feels strange to me. Like we're just like in the nice kind of nightlife. Well, maybe not the best part of town, but still kind of a nightlife part of town. I don't know, it just feels weird. It's not the mean streets. Exactly. Okay, so you can throw guys into other guys in this game, whereas you couldn't do that in Double Dragon until, like... Until what? Double Dragon Advance, I guess? Does that even count? Maybe in Super Double Dragon? That's the one I still have on its way to me. I've played the Steam version, but I don't remember if you could throw people into people in that. Anyway, Final Fight obviously did it first. Because, well, Double Dragon 2 came out... Double Dragon 2 came out in '88, I think, because that was kind of just a weirdly upgraded version of So Double Dragon 2 probably, I think, was out before this, but you still couldn't throw people into other people in that, I'm pretty sure. Cody's got a large chest. He's got like a Rob Liefeld Captain America chest. Oh no, I waited too long to push the button. I thought I was gonna get some extra hang time and be cool. You ain't no Andor Jr. Andor. I can just punch you and or kick you in the face all day, apparently. Hello, fellow citizens. I'm just breaking into a bar. So what, did they just lock the door? He just doesn't care about opening a door like a regular human being. Turkey. Look at these tiny people. Look at this really tiny guy chilling. Wait a second. There are no women in this bar, are there? I don't think there were at the beginning. I can't roll back now, but so this is a gay bar? I mean, seems like it's a gay bar. So we wander into a gay bar, which, you know, that's cool and all. Just a little more progressive than I thought Capcom was at this time. Of course, these guys come and set it on fire. Bigots. The bartender seems kind of nervous, but okay with it. Oh, dang. Wong Hu? Is that what his name was? Wong Hu, okay. Don't know about that. Why is there a garbage can in your bar? Let's just break some more doors. What? Yeah. Oh, back to the club. Now we're just having a cage match in the back room of the gay bar. Oh, you can see a full moon up there. That's pretty sweet. I mean, these guys are wearing like leopard skin wife beaters. That's, I guess that's kind of progressive. I mean, in a cartoonish way. I'm having too much fun with this. I should not analyze it in my cartoonish way. Hi. And now we're out of the bar and back into the world where there are... Well, actually, wait. Roxy has the whole... or Poison. Poison has the whole, like, trans thing going on. I almost forgot. So this was a progressive game. How could I forget that? Kind of a super progressive game if you think about it in a sense. I don't think they necessarily meant it that way. In fact, I think the whole Roxy or Poison being what do they call it? A half something. Anyway, that was all kinds of weird and probably not really meant in a progressive way, but I guess you could say it worked out that way. But it was just because doesn't the story go that it was they declared that Poison was not a woman because they didn't want to get in trouble for, you know, having a game where you're a guy beating up women. Of course, then they came out with Street Fighter and they didn't call Chun-Li a guy. Dang. We got corrupt cops. That's pretty progressive. Uh-oh. In a way, I just got pistol whipped. Oh. Oh, nice try, jerk. Little wooden billy club. Uh-oh. Oh, I almost made it. Oh man, I forgot the fire is friendly fire. Dang. Uh-oh. You can't get a beat on me, can you? Uh-oh. Dang it. Dang it. Ow. Oh, gosh. Y'all. So many quarters. I need to play beat 'em ups more. I thought I was kind of done with beat 'em ups for some reason, but I don't know. Why did I start playing them again? I'm not sure. Well, I just felt like it had been a while since I'd played Double Dragon, I guess. But then I kind of realized I didn't have... For some reason, I had only ever got the first NES Double Dragon, so I thought maybe I should get the other ones. And I'd never even played, because I had them technically in, ooh. Oh, heck. I think this pattern of flames is different than it was in normal difficulty. I don't remember it being that hard to read in normal difficulty. Uh-oh. Oh, well, I kind of remember it being like this. Anyway, I'd never even played Double Dragon NES, Double Dragon 3 for NES, really. I just looked at it and... in the PS4 collection and decided it was too hard and I wasn't going to bother with it because there's no continues or something. You guys all dead? What's going on? Oh, we got an Andor Jr. camping out there. Come on, Andor Jr. There you go. Oh man, that sound was getting out of control. Steak. Oops. Oh wow, I was right between the cans. Oh no, I scrolled too far. Oh, the turkey comes onto the screen for me. That was sweet. Thanks, turkey. Oh, those didn't bounce onto the screen, whatever they were. Oh, heck. So wait, when I pick these knives up and the blade flashes red, does that mean it's a stabby knife? And if it doesn't flash red, does that mean it's gonna throw immediately? Let's see if I notice a pattern there. Wait, it told me to go, but this guy was still there. Dang. Oh, heck. So anyway, in my new pickiness about what games to play, like, I used to prefer Captain Commando to Final Fight, but Captain Commando has, like, guns and... I don't know, so I'm probably not going to play Captain Commando. Dang. Oh, didn't see that coming. That was timely. Well, that blade flashed and then I stabbed with it a lot, so I don't know if there is a pattern. Uh-oh, it's, wait. Does what's-his-face show up here? I think he does, doesn't he? The guy with the grenades. Yeah. Oh! It wouldn't do my spinny move. Thanks for the oh, there he is. Sucker bait. Oh, I didn't need that. Wait, did it call? I thought that looked like a hamburger, but it said steak, didn't it? Ah, that doesn't do much damage, fortunately. Ow! Uh-oh. I didn't even get a pipe swing in. Rolento. Oh my gosh. Throw the dang... This music got pretty intense. Ouch. Oh, he friggin' warped out of the way. Yeah, I hate fighting Rolento, kind of. Oh, sweet. Oh, come on. I forget what to do. Oh. It says grenade at the top when you get grenaded. Although it spells it wrong, it says grenade. It's like an aid concert for grandmothers or grandfathers. Come support Grenade. Wasted on his own grenades. Went to... Wait. Dang it. I'm so strong, I'm breaking 3-inch glass. That's crazy. Perfect. That sloppy graffiti. What does that even say? Lee's key? Is that a boss? Ow. So is the land you can see across the canal here with all the nice big shiny lights, is that Uptown, the place you go next, whatever it was called? That'd be kind of Elden Ringsy of it, or From Softy of it, to show you the place you're gonna get to in the distance. Oh, I did a spin kick into a jump kick. Wow. I wonder if that cost me health. Because, like, wait, if you do a spin kick... Oh, I can't do one with the sword. If you do a spin kick and nobody gets hit, does it still happen? Does it still take your health? If a spin kick falls in the woods, uh-oh, and no one is there, I swear that's Tintin's dog Snowy, except mad. Well, he's wagging his tail, so I guess he's not that mad. Dang Long. Ooh, I think that's a fake Chinese name. I think they're probably doing a bad derogatory representation of a Chinese person, like happened a lot in Japanese games back in the day. I could be wrong. I'm no expert on Chinese names, that's for sure. Uh-oh. He's got these pointy shoes. Have some whiskey. That's, what is that just points? Okay, that's what you need is a burger and a hot dog and some gold and a pipe. Oh, and some sushi, another pipe, more gold bars. Man, just go smash oil cans on the abandoned waterfront, and you're loaded. You're golden. Gold Coast indeed. Ooh. I'll take your Rolex. Uh-oh. It wouldn't do my... Oh, can you not do the spin kick when you're, like, really low on health? I forget. Ooh, that was lucky. I wonder if are you invulnerable when you're in the middle of throwing someone, or is it just like your hitbox is smaller, or what? Uh-oh. Ooh, got out of it. Yeah! I'm unstoppable. Oh, no. I got stopped. Oh, I punched him out of his slide kick. Oh, finally taken down. And then they tie me up and put dynamite in front of me and weirdly elaborate gang killing. Oh, she just slowly kicked me in the chest. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. Wait, is El Gato supposed to be like El Gato, the cat, or something? Is Gato a thing, or is it just Gato? I should look these things up. Hi, Angry Snowy. Well, if a dog is wagging his tail, that does mean it's happy, right? Like, there's this dog, one of the little walks I do around town, and there's two dogs in this yard up on a hill. And they both bark, but there's a brown one and a black one, and the black one is way more into the barking. The brown one will just, like, bark once or twice just to sort of play along, and then kind of gets bored and wanders around. The black dog keeps barking, but it's also wagging its tail, so I think it's just enjoying barking. It's not like snarling or anything. Actually, when I walked past there going out today, I didn't see the black dog on my first pass. And the brown dog was there barking, but it wasn't barking at me, so I was like, what the heck is it doing? And I finally could see it again on the other side of the house. It was barking, it was looking up. I think it was wagging its tail and barking at different spots around these trees while it was looking up. So I think I couldn't really see it from the distance, but I think it was barking at birds. which is kind of funny. It's like, haven't you seen birds enough by now, dog, to not bark? But I think they're just really bored. I think they're just left there on their own all day, and they just got nothing to do. Just, you know, people who shouldn't own dogs, probably. I don't think it's cool to have a dog in the city and just leave it barking at everything all day long. Actually, when I lived in Seattle before I moved to this tiny city in eastern Washington in 2018, when I lived in Seattle, on Queen Anne Hill, which has become quite the fancy place to live, and it got expensive, but wow, I punched the Molotovs out of the air. I don't know if I remembered you could do that. There was nothing in that can? What? There was nothing in those tires? I'm getting stiffed. There was 1 year or 2 where there was a barking dog in the apartment building across the way. And that really sucked. And I even went over there one time and tried to complain to their receptionist or something, because I think they had a receptionist. But nothing came of it. Dog just kept barking every day. And you could tell it was just another case of the dog left, in this case, in the apartment, but they would open the window. So it's overlooking this courtyard, you know, that opens onto the entire, you know, interior of the block of apartment buildings, basically. So they just leave their dog barking at the entire city block of apartment buildings all day long. It's so obnoxious. And I mean, maybe I could have, like, called Animal Control Services or something, or filed a complaint or something. I don't know. Anyway, now I live in. I still worry about the dog thing, right? It's weird. Like, maybe I'm just fixated on this, although it doesn't usually occur to me to think about it. But I'm just gonna eat all the food, even though I don't. Okay, I'll save the bone, the meat bone. Like, now I live by this I moved to a college town on the theory that it would provide me with, you know, cheap rent. And it kind of has, I guess. And I live in this area that's all students, except me, pretty much, I think. Once in a while there'll be some students who stick around for a while after they've graduated, I guess. Anyway, and, you know, they generally aren't allowed to have dogs, so I don't really have to worry about barking dogs. Except, technically these days, you know, people can have, what's it called, emotional support animals. If they get, like, a, you know, I don't know, what is it, a thing from their doctor or something, or a registered support animal certificate or something. And then, like, even if you live in, like, a building that's technically no pets allowed, like mine, I found this out last year when I realized that the constant thumping sound above me and skittering sounds was my neighbors having a cat. I was like, wait. I call the managers. I'm like, I thought this was a no pets allowed building. They're like, well, if somebody's got an emotional support animal, we can't legally deny them. Okay, well, that's fun. So, college students with their emotional support cats. And it was like a young couple, they got each other. Do they still need an emotional support cat? But I guess they did. But I'm lucky it wasn't a dog. It could have been an emotional support, loud barking dog. And then I had a neighbor in the bigger apartment building next door. I think this was 2 winters ago now. And I just kept noticing that our little backyard, which is kind of my front yard for my little rear-facing basement apartment, was just filling up with, dog waste products. And that was really gross. I'm like, where is this coming from? And it was winter and there was snow, so I followed the dog's footprints. And I eventually realized with my amazing detective powers that the dog was coming from the apartment right next door. And then what did I do? Did I camp out or... well, yeah, I did camp out one day. I was so tired of this pet waste in the backyard that I just... Because I kind of narrowed down the times when the fresh footprints in the snow were showing up, and so I kind of knew when the dog was dropping by each day. It was actually a couple times a day, but I took the morning watch and I just sat at the window in the laundry room, which looked out onto the yard. And I think I'm not sure how long I had to wait before the dog showed up. It was probably half an hour or something. Anyway, then I finally saw the dog. I was like, oh, okay. I think maybe that was when I went out and... Because then there was a person lurking right at the corner of the building next door and just bringing their dog out and then letting the dog run around our yard and do its business while they kind of watched half concealed from the corner of their apartment building. It's just this really shady operation they were pulling with their poor dog. It was just a person who didn't want to bother taking their dog to a proper area and scooping up its stuff, So just come and leave it in the neighbor's yard. That's a good solution, right? Actually had somebody doing that at the Seattle apartment for a couple months once. I had to go yell at them. I'm right inside in my living room, just looking out and seeing this person bring a dog into our little tiny backyard between 2 apartment buildings and just having it do its thing. And it's hi, people live here, and this is a no pets building. And you can't really just bring your dog here and use our yard as your spot to do your stuff. And they pretty much got scared off. Actually, I had to do that to 2 separate people. But that was just when a lot of I guess kind of entitled people with their pets were moving in. That's what do you, gentrification? I guess that's gentrification for you. You just get a lot of entitled people with pets in the city thinking, they can just do that kind of thing. Anyway, the one here in the winter, it was a college student, and actually no, because I saw the dog during the day, but then the time that I ran into the owner was actually at night, and it was really creepy because I could barely see them in the darkness. And I saw them across the yard. I turned my my porch light on, but I still couldn't. That probably just made it harder to see them because the light was above me and they were a good distance away. And I was like, hi, is this your dog? As the dog was, you know, kind of coming up to me and looking at me and wagging his tail and running around the yard. And they were finally, I was kind of shocked when the voice came out of the darkness and they were like, yeah, it's my dog. And they were just kind of like timid and polite. And I was just like, I wasn't really prepared for that. I was like, you know, can you just not bring them into our yard? That's not too great. And they were just like, okay, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I was like, oh, okay, that would be good, thanks. That's kind of how it went, I guess. And I mean, this was like, I had called the police like weeks before. I'd called the managers of the building and they hadn't wanted to do anything. I told them if it kept happening, I'd have to report it to the police, and so I had to, because they didn't stop it. And the police, I guess, didn't do anything about it. Crazy. Finally, I just had to kind of have this weird 10 p.m. conversation with this young college student across the yard and say, yeah, could you just not have your dog in our yard doing stuff? Sorry. You know, I guess people just don't think about it. Anyway, final fight. Uh-oh. Was I playing better when I was not paying any attention and was ranting about dogs in my yard? You punk kids, shaking my cane. But mostly, I don't have to worry about dogs barking in my neighborhood, so that part's good. And actually, yeah, it turned out like that dog was an emotional support animal also. And you know, it wasn't a barking dog as far as I know, so that's nice. Although they do seem to allow cats in that building, because there have been a lot of cats recently peering down at me from the windows. And you know, you feel sorry for cats too, because it's like they don't, you know, their owners don't let them go outside. They're just trapped indoors for their lives. I actually kind of miss there was like this calico cat who would come and jump up on the window ledge closest to me, so I would see it as I would go out and come back. And it was this cute cat with this kind of round head and huge round eyes. It just kind of always looked like it was staring. It kind of seemed to like to come out and take a look at me. That was cool, but then I think it was around Thanksgiving, like I think they moved out. So now I miss the calico cat. Maybe I'll have to get an emotional support animal. I'm becoming like my mom. Like she never wanted us to have like a cat when we were kids, because She didn't want to, have to have cat hair all over the house and stuff. She was always very paranoid about having to clean up the house. I can't blame her, it sucks to have to do extra cleaning and stuff, but, so we would play with the neighbors' cats. We had this really cool neighbor cat who would come up to our porch and hang out. But somehow I started to realize that my mom actually kind of liked cats, or like thought that cats were kind of neat, but she didn't want to have one herself to have to take care of. So one year for her birthday or something, I got her a stuffed cat, which seems like a weird... I don't remember exactly what clued me in that my mom would be interested in a stuffed cat, but I got her a stuffed cat for, I guess it was probably birthday. And then she kind of somewhat to my surprise, she really, like, it was like, I think it was a black cat, kind of long-haired black cat, stuffed cat, not super realistic looking or anything, but sort of vaguely realistic looking. But, it was kind of floppy and could kind of set it down. It kind of looked like a cat. And could sort of drape itself over a couch or something. But she really kind of dug this stuffed cat, and she would, like, put it on her legs when she was sitting on the sofa reading or something. It's like, okay. That's cool, I guess. But she never wanted to have a real cat in the house. People are funny. You wonder what our pets think of us. But yeah, so I never got to have a pet, like big animal. The biggest animal pet I had, I guess, as a kid was a guinea pig. My brother and I each had our own guinea pig and kept him in a little cage together. And these days I'm mostly kind of depressed about the whole pet concept, and like a lot of pets just look sad. Like, I don't think it's cool to keep animals in a house, really. Maybe if you're like out in the country or something and can have an animal running in a huge area or something, but it's not quite the situation here. I mean, we are, like, I live in this is a rural city, small city in eastern Washington. Oh, I almost made it. And like, even today, I go on this one walk I take is to a park on one side of town, and there's actually a little farm, dang it, right next to the park, which is sort of on the edge of town, or maybe what used to be the edge of town. And there's like, actually it's two different farms. There's one farm with a bunch of sheep and goats, and they're pretty chill, I guess. They've got this big pasture to hang out in, or actually a couple pastures, but they stuff them with so many, like we have a garbanzo processing plant like right down the road outside of town, or maybe it's technically in town, I don't know, but so I think they give them a lot of garbanzo beans as well as hay and so forth, and like the sheep and goats are just like, I don't know, you see them straight on and they look like they're twice as wide as they should be. They're just really overweight. It's kind of sad. They seem happy enough, but can't be super healthy for them, can it? Of course, I guess they probably don't live to a ripe old age anyway, exactly. I don't know. And then the other farm, well, again, these aren't like plant agriculture things is a corral kind of on the other side of the park across the street. Kind of a big corral or whatever you would call it. And there's like usually 6 to 7 horses in the pasture corral, whatever it is there. And I think they because sometimes they load them into a truck, and I guess they probably like rent them out for, I don't know, kids' birthday parties or something, who knows. But when they're not out doing their work, whatever that is, they're generally just, or, you know, eating fresh hay that they've been brought. Or, you know, doing their own grazing around the yard. Which is fairly big, but it's not like, you know, it's not like being out free in a massive field or anything. It's maybe the size of a, like, half city block or so. And so just a lot of the time they're just kind of standing in, usually in a muddy part of the pasture, just kind of looking sad and staring at nothing in particular, it seems like. That's what they were doing today. And, you know, it's cold out. It was like 27 degrees, and it's like, oh, man. The horses are just kind of standing there looking bored. Oh, yeah, I forgot you can block his bolts. Oh, dang. Dang. It said arrow in my status window, arrow. Wait, that's wrong, though, because you don't call things from a crossbow arrows, you call them bolts. I totally mistimed that. Okay. Getting spawn camped hard. Dang, Andor Jr. This music's kind of funky. Like, you can't say that the music in this game is particularly memorable. Oh, see ya. I got some good height on that jump kick, I guess. Well, I guess I just killed a man. Vigilante justice. I mean, I guess we technically probably killed a lot of people. Oh, what a tender ending to the trail of bodies we left getting here. But they were bad people. And we're the good people. They put a lot of animation frame into their chests, sort of rotating back and forth as they walk. I mean, look at all those animation frames. Yuki-chan's Papa for the sound, for the music sound. Pooh-chan, Yama-chan. Cody. You dope. You walked out on your girl. Like, what was Cody thinking? I guess he was thinking they were having a father-daughter moment. Oh, those aren't Adidas shoes because it's 4 stripes. Oh no, Cody's bailing. Oh sure, it's because of the evil. Yeah, that's it. And she's okay with that, I guess. I mean, stand by your man. Go Jessica, I suppose. Well, I don't remember exactly what the plot of Final Fight 2 is, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, it can't be Jessica getting kidnapped again, can it? It's not like, is it like Marion and Double Dragon? She'll just get kidnapped slash kidnapped and or killed and resurrected each game. You do gotta say that, like, especially for the time, like, this intro was pretty elaborate. This creepy laughter. Wailing guitar. Like, I was a Double Dragon guy. That was kind of my game. So by the time I saw Final Fight, I guess you're impressed by the bigger sprites and there's more animation and stuff going on and lots more people on screen without the horrific slowdown that Double Dragon could get. But I didn't really fixate on Final Fight like I had on Double Dragon. But maybe I probably wasn't going to the arcade as much by then, I suppose. Also, I suppose, I don't remember how much I abused the elbow in Double Dragon, but if you did decide to abuse the elbow move in Double Dragon, you could get really far on 1/4. So maybe that was why. I mean, I never had that many quarters to spend, so maybe that's why I was a big fan of Double Dragon, because you could exploit the elbow move. Get a lot for your quarter, as long as you didn't mind the fact that it was fairly repetitive. If you were just abusing the overpowered elbow move, but hey, I was a kid without many quarters, had to get my fun in somehow. Well, thanks for watching and I guess listening to me talk about other people's pets. I guess that's kind of weird. But I guess seeing that little sprite dog there just got me off on that tangent. Maybe it's been building. I just had to do that emotional dump on you. Wait, that came out wrong. That emotional... I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I guess really it's the imaginary viewers in my head who are my emotional support animals. I mean, I'm just imagining talking to, people watching this, and that somehow makes me feel better. So hey, we all gotta get our emotional support somehow. So, thanks for being my emotional support, people. And I will be back to play some Final Fight 2. And hopefully Final Fight 3 will get here, and I'll be able to... Oh, see that? Okay, they knew what to do. Oh, that guy just walked, but oh, he got caught at the end, though. But, yeah, and then hopefully the Final Fantasy 3 cart will be working. I'll be able to dump that with my cart reader and play that for the first time. I also still have one more Double Dragon game on its way. Return of Double Dragon, the Japanese version of Super Double Dragon. So that'll be a big one. Because I played through that in the Steam version of Super Double Dragon, but I was playing it like sped up to 150% speed, which made it kind of weird, I guess, and I kind of missed out on, well, playing it normally, really. So I'll it'll be a different experience to play it at regular speed, and I'll have access to, because I'll get to play it in an emulator once I dump the ROM, so I'll be able to use like infinite life cheat codes, and I'll be much more chilled out about playing the game, so that'll be good. Burner, okay, see you later, bye bye. For now.